Our mics are hot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They're hot, just like the host from Hot Ones, which we'll talk about on the show.
Well, I mean, his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or whatever she is.
Yeah. He couldn't handle the heat.
Still had sex.
Couldn't handle the heat. Send the spare mics way. Oh, man. They went ahead. Twitter's getting so ridiculous, man. First, they put away my boy Castro and Sons.
Now, he
right?
must have done something.
He don't. I mean, Twitter's just weird like that. You can't do anything. You can't say anything. They say it's a platform for free speech, but the minute you say something that they feel that it hurt them in some way or is condescending or derogatory, block.
Well, right.
They suspend your account.
It allows you to. It allows you to snitch on them.
It's dumb. And then our good friend Bushby, right?
Yeah.
Big Spurs fan. She's over in Australia, right? Cool gal, man. She was just, voicing her discontent for the Spurs, of course, of their lackluster play, against the Mavericks. And then all of a sudden, suspended her account.
Well, first of all, it's not free speech. It's not all things go. They have standards on there because Twitter's a company.
That.
I want to start with this. This is a good part of the show.
It gets ridiculous at some point to where if you're not threatening to harm people, if you're not putting that hate out there,
why you can't? Because that company makes money.
It's ridiculous.
It's not a free platform, dude. It's free for us, but it's not a free platform. What's going on, San Antonio? What's going on, South Texas? Mike Jimenez here with Joe Garcia. This is the Alamo City Sportscast coming at you from the Alamo City, home of the Alamo, home of your silver and black San Antonio Spurs. We love the Coyote around here. We love the UTSA Roadrunners, and half of us love the Dallas Cowboys. What's going on? Hope everyone's having a fantastic Thursday. The weekend is coming up fast. I'm excited about that, but man, I'm dressed up. You thought this was the rodeo shirt.
I thought that
Joe.
was the rodeo shirt, man.
I mean,
it looks purple.
This one is a little bit more purple than before, so it is a little bit more like my rodeo shirt. But I'm excited because, dude, my business is blowing up. I am going to get the heck out of here in about an hour and 15 minutes and go out there and work on my biz. But we have a lot to get into today. Spurs lost the Dallas Mavericks yesterday. Wasn't as close as I thought it was going to be, but Jonathan C., if you're listening right now, you owe me, baby, because the over-under was set at 25 for Victor Wembanyama points. Dude had 26. So I won that bet, man. I won that bet. What happened in Kansas City yesterday at the Super Bowl parade is insane and ridiculous because we have now 30 people injured, about 20 of them shot. We found out that the woman who was killed at that parade was a Tejano DJ at a radio station over there. So we'll get into that as well. Pop culture news. Yesterday, we briefly talked about the fact that the guy who runs Hot Ones, that one show on Twitter and also on Peacock and on YouTube, how he was getting heat because he was dating a porn star. Well, apparently not no more. He has given her up. So we have a lot to get into today. But before the show started, we do this 2-minute template here to kind of get people going. People get alerted to the fact that the show is on YouTube, that the show is starting like we always do at 10:15. We're also available, by the way, on all the major podcast platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and things like that. But Joe was talking to me about his frustrations with Twitter these days, or should we call it X, whatever we want to call it.
Yeah, with Elon, Daddy Elon.
Yeah, so apparently a lot of people in Spurs Twitter have been going into Twitter jail. And sometimes that Twitter jail is 24 hours. Sometimes it's 48.
Suspended accounts.
Sometimes you have some suspended accounts. And it's funny because whenever people complain about someone getting their account dropped, I don't believe that Twitter just simply discriminately does it. I always ask the question, what did you do? Because obviously you did something wrong. And I think that people believe that Twitter is just a platform that because Elon Musk, that I'm not a big fan of Elon Musk, that because he came on board, it was going to be a free-for-all where people are going to be able to do and say everything that they want to do. And that's not the case because Twitter has sponsors on there, okay? And people who work for Coca-Cola and Kellogg's and all of these different places where they sponsor Twitter and have advertisements on there are not going to have it act like Reddit. If you want to talk like an asshole and have say everything you want to say under the sun, you go to Reddit. That's what Reddit's for. But that's not what Twitter's for. Twitter is kind of like a hybrid between Reddit and Facebook. But Joe, you seem to disagree with me on this. You believe that people can kind of just say whatever the hell they want to say on that platform.
Look, man, if you're not threatening to harm people, if you're not going out there and you're just not full on going into a hate speech, you can say pretty much whatever we want. You're amongst other adults, and what I think what Twitter is doing as far as the censorship goes is a bit much. And I believe that Elon knows this, and he's doing this for a very specific reason. At the end of the day, he wants to go ahead and push the Twitter platform to greater heights. And secretly, what Elon has done is he's getting a lot of attention, and you look at at the growth of what Twitter has done, or the X now, it's the second largest platform out there behind Facebook, and it's fastly encroaching on that Facebook territory to try to want to pass it as the number one social media platform.
Well, here's the thing. I have to humbly disagree with you.
I'm just saying the numbers don't lie, Mike.
Well, the numbers are saying that ever since Elon took over, Twitter's less popular than ever before.
That's ridiculous. That's not true, because if you look at the latest standings,
I'm looking at Statistia right now.
As far as what has happened with Twitter, a lot of the attention they're getting, especially when it comes to media, when it comes to releasing interviews, when it comes to news, when it comes to a lot of things, they're actually beating Facebook in those arenas. So what's happening with Twitter is that it's getting the attention that Elon wants because he spent so much money in it. And as a casualty, it's the people who suffer.
Well, Elon Musk bought Twitter back in 2022 for $44 billion, and the valuation of Twitter has actually gone down ever since. There was Threads that was popular for a hot minute, then kind of just went away.
It was released too soon. There's a lot of issues with it.
But the number of users that we're seeing right now on Twitter right now, or call it X, when he took over was 368 million users.
Those are a lot of bots that were in there, man.
Right. But right now, the number of users is 335 million. So he has seen a 10% decline in the number of Twitter users. And part of this is the fact that, you had some people like Donald Trump that were banned from there for his rhetoric and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you have various people who, before Elon Musk, were then brought back onto the platform. Some people got upset. True Social came out, and then some people started leaving Twitter. The people who are on Twitter right now, I think that Elon Musk realizes right now that what he bought is not as valuable as what it was before. I think that there's an ego involved in Elon Musk where he believes that people like him. And what he doesn't realize is that the vast majority of people hate him, don't respect him.
But that's good for business. Look at what's happening with us, for example.
Well, no, I get that. You want to have half the people like you and half the people hate you.
Exactly.
But the thing is that Twitter is supposed to be inviting. And if you see people hurling racist crap out there, is it illegal to do anything racist?
Yeah,
no,
I'm not saying to say hate speech.
If people are being gay bashing, if people are doing this, that, and the other, calling people stupid and calling blah, 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 it gets to be a little bit too much. And Twitter is just policing its stuff. Again, Twitter's not Reddit. Twitter is more of a news outlet. It is more of it's a hybrid of a social media / news publication, if you will, to share ideas and have communities like Spurs Twitter and things like that, right?
Yeah.
And if people are going to be jackasses, they get called out. You have the ability to report them. And then again, whenever people get banned or banished from Twitter, it's not because they did nothing. It's because they were assholes. Every single time. It's because they were assholes.
It's not,
every single time.
It's not.
If you were banned from Twitter, it was because you were an asshole and you stepped across a line. Take your shit to Reddit then.
No.
That is Reddit. Reddit is for rated R and X. Twitter is a PG-13 environment. It really is, because if you look at Twitter is full of teenagers. Twitter is full of young adults out there, and they're not going to stand for that. And and Twitter becomes devalued the more and more and more people who get off the app. So if Elon Musk is ever going to sell Twitter or ever going to advertise Twitter, he's trying to figure out how he can make money off of it. And he has realized that people don't care about the blue check mark. That is a status symbol that no one cares about. Okay, and in fact, we make fun of people with a blue check mark. It is a business, regardless of what people say. It is a business that is worth money. And Elon Musk doesn't want to be somebody who pays for something for $44 billion and then sees it worth just 10 billion 3 years later.
Yeah, the problem is that a lot of the people that I know, and the reason that they've gotten
They were
suspended-
assholes.
No,
They were
they're
assholes.
not being assholes.
They
Mike.
were assholes. You know
They're
what?
not.
We
You
don't
don't-
see
this is-
we don't see what they posted.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
They erase them.
No, I've seen the post firsthand
Mm.
because 1 minute they're there, 2 minutes they're gone, and the post was nothing more than like, "Oh man, this team really sucks," or
No one's getting
this
suspended
team
for
is
that.
ass, or this team is booty crumbs, or whatever.
No one's getting suspended for that.
That's
dude.
what happened with our friend Bushby. That's what happened with Castro and Son Solar. That's what's happened with a lot of other accounts. For whatever reason, if you say some magic phrase
I'm calling
in
bullshit.
concession with whatever the
I-
X
I-
deems
I'm calling
not
bullshit.
right, they suspend your account.
I'm calling bullshit.
I'm not. I'm just telling
I
you.
am.
The reason is, Mike, is that I watch these guys and I interact with them,
Yeah.
and they're there 1 minute, like even seconds, and then the next second, boom, they're gone. It's like, it's ridiculous.
David reaches out to us on our YouTube stream saying that he was in Twitter jail for months.
Where?
He down at the bottom there. He said he was in jail for months. Oh man, we have a lot of people coming up.
Yeah, man.
Midtown Texas saying Elon cleaned up the bots. Nah, they're still there, dude. They're
There's a
still there.
lot of
We're
bots,
it's a
man.
presidential election year. They're all there. David,
know
David's
what?
saying Brian Wright's monitoring the posts. That's funny.
You know what? I could probably build a better platform in less time, and I own the Spurs Twitter URL.
Yeah,
Just saying.
nice.
Just saying.
Nice.
That might be my project for the summer.
You know, I mean, it's funny because you have different posts out there, different social medias, and people will say that they're not assholes about things, but they really are. I mean, I did a TikTok the other day. It was a clip of our show from Monday. We were talking about Tim Duncan, the possibility that he could have had 9 rings. I posted
Yeah,
one there,
I remember that.
and then I posted one about how Travis Kelce, that the people who hate him are people because he doesn't align with them politically.
Yeah.
The far right hates him, right?
Yeah.
And I posted that, and this guy went on this huge fucking rant on my post, and my response back to him was, "Thank you for proving my point.
Oh, God.
You are proving my point." It's funny because when social media first came out, Facebook first came out, MySpace and all that, it was all fun. It was all fun.
Yeah.
Let's talk about movies. Let's talk about music. Let's hit on this girl. Let's hit on this guy. Whatever your preference was, right? But then the assholes arrived, and it's like a house party. You know, sometimes you're rocking and rolling, having a great time,
Yeah.
and then you know those 2 Necios show up, and you know they're going to start a fight. You know they're going to trip over a table. They're going to spill something. They're going to break a lamp, and that is what Facebook and Twitter has become. And it's because there are some people who are so consumed by politics, whether it be left-wing or MAGA, where they can't think of anything else, that their life revolves around the political stance that they are. And I hate to tell you this, those people are idiots. If your life is wrapped around MAGA, or your life is wrapped around far, far, far left stuff as well, you're a fucking idiot. Really, get a life.
Yeah,
If you're
man.
so worried about what other people are doing in their bedrooms or talking to their doctors or what they do or whether they have a gun or don't have a gun, if you are worried about that, then I feel sorry for you. It just means you don't have a life. And those are the people who have come into Twitter, who have come into Facebook, who have come into TikTok and have ruined it.
Man, Midtown Texas. Mike is gatekeeping social media today.
I
The
just
gatekeeper.
I remember it being fun, baby. Like I remember music being fun, right?
Yeah.
And then gangster rap came in the mid 90s, and it just kind of like,
Man.
wait, what happened to New Jack's?
all
New
I'm
Jack?
saying, to Elon, is
I like
let my
gangster rap,
people,
by the
let
way.
my people go, man.
No, he has a
Let
business.
my people
They have a
go,
business
bro.
to run. They have
So
a
does
business
my
to-
boy at Castro
No,
and Sons,
no,
man.
because
Come on,
if
man.
I go over to a restaurant right now and I take a piss on the table, you can't look at me and go, well, that's my friend, if it pisses off 30 other people that are
Yeah.
there. No, the whole point of a business is to make
Okay,
money.
that's a good analogy. You pissed on the table, but what have you said? I hate that I'm waiting so long. I wish I could piss on the table, but you actually didn't do it. You're out.
Yeah, you are out.
because you said it, but you didn't do it.
Yes.
No,
you can't you can't scream fire
How
in
many
a crowded
times
building
a day
either.
do we say, "Hey, I wish I could do this," but you don't do it? That's what Twitter has become. Even if you say anything,
Dude, I saw
you're out.
I saw a story out of Europe last week where there was a guy who was joking with his friend by text message, say that he was going to blow up the plane that he was on.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And
Didn't
that
they
and,
have
and
that-
that the Wi-Fi was the Wi-Fi from the
Yeah.
actual plane, and the plane apparently they had fighter jets that
Oh, yeah.
came and guided
Right,
it
they were
back,
flying right next to it.
next to it.
Yeah,
They
I
guided
saw
it
that,
back
man.
down. Again, free speech doesn't mean that you get arrested. Free speech means you can say what you want and not get arrested. But if you do free speech or say a speech that can hurt somebody, you can go to jail for that. You can be fined for that. Look at fucking Trump was fined what, $83 million for defamation. I mean, again, it doesn't mean that he's going to jail, but it doesn't mean that you're not guilty of something where you're not going to have to pay money, because there are laws that regulate speech. I cannot go into Ingram Park Mall and run around and say, I'm going to shoot up this place. I'm going to shoot up this place. I can't do that.
You're going to jail, bro.
Going to jail. You're going to jail. Not all speech is free. That's just the way that it is. And the thing is that Twitter is kind of a cesspool. It is kind of a cesspool.
Undesirables.
I mean, and it's so funny because whenever I talk about sports and people hate my sports take sometimes, I don't go after somebody and say that I don't like that particular person too often. You know? I mean, I make fun of Sohan's play and people give me crap.
That's your boy.
You know what? He's growing on me.
Oh.
He's growing on me. But then again, he's also inconsistent, and that's just kind of the deal. That is the deal. Jason Garcia says wrong mall. That would be North Star Mall. Man, dude, if there was a shooting in San Antonio,
in Ingram, man.
I'm gonna say safe in Ingram. Ingram is safer than North Star.
Hey,
that's
man,
the craziest
I'm
thing.
gonna stick with my Cub people, man. The Marbach Cubs.
Chris Gonzalez saying, what about the guy who got arrested at Home Depot because he said he was gonna blow up the restroom?
Oh God, bro. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about.
But you never know,
man.
dude. You never know. Some people don't know any better, don't know any difference. People don't even know the references.
Look at Midtown, Texas. I can hang out with this brother, man.
How many tables have I peed on? 3. Now the big question is, how many sinks have you peed in?
Hey, too many to count. Hey, man, when you gotta go, bro.
Yeah, you know, I've always said that I hate the urinals, the ones that hit the floor. You know, like the urinal needs to be dick high, dude. I mean, it just really needs to be right around there. But I hate there's certain places where it's
the
like
trough.
Oh, the trough. Is that the Alamo Dome that has the trough?
I think they got rid of the trough, bro. But
No,
it used
they
to
still
have
exist,
it, man.
dude.
It's like, damn it, bro.
The trough exists at SeaWorld.
Oh my God, bro. No.
Why did we get onto this?
I don't know. You just went off on a
it's
tangent, man.
because Spurs Twitter is ending up in jail. And again, the big story you need to ask yourself the question is, what do they say? What do they do? Because
No,
it didn't
man.
just happen.
I'll start a new platform for my Spurs Twitter peeps, man. I'll work out in the summertime. Y'all can say what you want, do what you want.
Oh my goodness. We're following what's going on in Kansas City right now because during the Super Bowl parade, towards the end of the parade, there was a mass shooting over there, and it's absolutely ridiculous what went down. 3 people detained by police. Were they captured by police? No, man. It was just regular people just tracking them down, tackling these guys with these weapons. I saw one of them interviewed on CNN yesterday, saying that he just saw the guy running. He knew that they had a gun. Didn't know exactly where that gun was, but people were screaming that he was the one with the gun. And what does he do? Hold my beer. I'm going to tackle this motherfucker.
I saw that,
and
dude.
he did. And there's video of it. And he said that when he tackled him, the gun flew away, and that he was able to like put all his pressure on him. As a Hispanic guy,
Yeah.
put all his pressure on him, and that he called for help. And another guy came in and jumped and sat on the guy, and they pinned the dude down. If I was there, I would have been kicking the guy in the face, dude.
Yeah.
But they pinned him down. 2 other guys arrested as well. This all happened yesterday, and you see these reports from various Chiefs players, Travis Kelce being one of them, head coach Andy Reid, where they're comforting people. Some of the players were hiding in closets, saying that they were directing fans over there. It could have been worse because this could have happened in the middle of the parade, right? More than 1 million people were there. I believe there were 800 law enforcement officers, which sounds like a lot, but really for that type of thing with that little planning is
Yeah.
probably not enough. But 3 people are in custody. 30 people were injured, 20 of them with gunshot wounds. Handful of them still in critical condition. We're seeing Chiefs wide receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling offering to help the shooting victims, saying, what can I do? Is there money that we can donate? Is there blood that we can donate? A lot of the kids that were injured were sent to the medical hospital there. So think about it. These weren't just adults that were getting shot.
Children, man.
There was a bunch of children as well. Some of the adults were taken to the hospital over there at the children's hospital because the trauma was so fast and there were so many different people going back and forth. They had to go to a children's hospital even though they're adults. Lots of video going on around there. I know CNN has some, but you're gonna have to go to a site like what's it called, TMZ, for example, that actually has the chaos. And they have I'm gonna show this some video right here, courtesy of TMZ. It says utter chaos. It's showing the massive crowd as the parade was ending.
No.
And I don't know if we can show that video, but
you have the video there, so I'll show it here.
yeah. So and it shows the gunshots happening and the crowd dispersing. People thought they were fireworks. They thought it was the end of the parade, so there's fireworks. But as you can see, people started hitting the ground. Some of them hitting the ground because they were actually injured. The gunman, 3 people detained. Again, most of them were brought down by Good Samaritans, just people who were there. And David Outwater says 9 kids were shot. Yeah, I heard that number. It was around 9 that were shot, but 20 of them were gunshot wounds, which means that about 10 people probably got trampled on or something, some other type of injury that required them to go to the hospital. Absolutely incredible what happened over there.
One of the players from the Chiefs grabbed a kid to hide.
Yeah, I had read one had was talking about the fact that he was running into a closet with people, directing them into the building. Andy Reid was seen comforting people. Travis Kelce has spoken out. Patrick Mahomes was saying this shouldn't have happened in our city, but it's absolutely chaos over there.
Yeah, look at that, man.
The FBI goes out and says, as of right now, they do not believe that this is terrorism related. That they believe that this had some other
motive
or some sort. But then again, you have 3 people involved potentially.
What other motive could you have in mind other than just to hurt people?
To hurt people. I mean, it could be politics.
There's no place for this kind of behavior anymore. And people are starting to get tired of it, man. And I'm one of them. So you know what I'm going to wind up doing? You got to be able to protect your family.
Here's some video right now, by the way, of a cell phone video. This is said to be graphic. So if you want to turn away, you can turn away here. But it's at the moment that this all went down. And you see the people just running away.
Yeah, that's sad, man. All these people are scared. They just hear, gunfire. They don't know what's happening. They're trying to run away from it. They're trying to get to safety, man. But you feel bad for all the people who weren't able to get away and got injured and got hurt, especially the kids, man. They're just there with their parents, And
you see them trying to resuscitate people on the ground there. I'm going to fast forward from that.
Yeah.
Now, the Kansas City DJ that was injured was part of a Tejano station that was over there. Her name is, I had it right here.
Chris Leha says it was possibly game-related stuff, man.
Yeah, I heard about that, but it seemed a little bit odd that was the reason for it, because it's like, I don't know, there's something odd about it. But the person who died was named Lisa Lopez Galvan, and she was the person who was killed out there. Let me get a photo of her. Lisa Lopez Galvan, and she was apparently, I didn't realize there was that big of a Tejano presence over there. But
that's what they said too.
She was 44 years old, a mother of 2, was described as a diehard Kansas City Chiefs fan, and lots of photos have come on. Again, a radio DJ over there at the Tejano music station over there. The authorities have not released her name, but that was released by the radio station itself.
Yeah, Tim Gonzalez was the one that said that in the chat too. He put Tejano DJ was the person who died, man. Sad, man.
Mm-hmm. Again, rest in peace, Lisa Lopez Galvan. And whether it's gang related, politically related, terrorism related, at the end of the day, It doesn't matter. It's just it's just stupid.
Jacob
It's
Barrick
reckless.
says CNN has it that it was a personal dispute between the people involved. So who knows, man?
Now, the way that I push back on that a little bit is the fact that 20 gunshots just spraying all over the place.
In a big crowd like that, I mean, that's pretty stupid, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, more information you could find on all the news stations as well. But as of right now, 1 person dead, 3 people in custody, 30 people injured, 9 of them kids, 20 of them with gunshot wounds, all happening as the celebration was about to end there in Kansas City. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's talk about the Spurs last night, man. I said on this show that the Spurs would play well and come within 5.
Oh man.
Come within 5. By the way, ESPN has a new article by Andrew Lopez saying, quote, a real problem what NBA players already think about Victor Wembanyama. Ooh, we might have to talk about that tomorrow. That just dropped a couple of hours ago here on ESPN.com. Speaking of Victor Wembanyama, Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. I am the guest on today's Locked On Spurs.
Nice.
And the question that was asked was, what does Victor Wembanyama have to do in order to be considered the all-time great Spur?
He's going to have to go ahead and propel this team to win more championships than the big 3.
Okay, well, if he wins 1, could he be greater than Tony Parker? Could he be greater than Mondu? Can he be greater than David Robinson?
He's going to have to win more than just 1.
So we had a great debate on it, again, on Locked On Spurs. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Spotify. That's how I consume Jeff Garcia's knowledge and his content. Again, you can follow Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5 at Jeff G Spurs Zone on Twitter, at Jeff G Spurs Zone on Threads as well. Spurs last night got out to a 15-point lead in Dallas. Okay, think about this. They lost by 23. They were up by 15 at one point.
In the first quarter, dude. They
First
were just
quarter,
shooting lights out early
shooting
on.
lights out, man. Second quarter, they get outscored 31-19. Third quarter, they get outscored 32-14. And boom, it turned over. Spurs were looking good early on. We're passing the ball along. You saw players like Wemby go off early on. And at some point, the wheels just kind of fell off. Now, Wemby did show up yesterday, 26 points, 9 rebounds. He had 5 assists. He had 3 blocks and a steal. He got a lot of oohs and ahs, man. The first quarter, Spurs are up by 12, 13, 15 points. And you hear this crowd. This happened in Toronto the other day. When he got the triple-double with the 10 blocks. You're seeing these fans going, okay, we see you, Wemby. We see what you're up to. We see what you're capable of.
Because the guy's 7'3", man. To see him move and do what he does, it's unreal, man.
Yeah, he did there was a play yesterday where there was a long rebound and it bounced long, and Wemby just gathered it and shot a 3 in stride, knocked it down. And the crowd went, like a gasp. What was going on here?
Gasp.
What is going on here? Midtown Texas coming out saying 2 rings minimum to be considered a GOAT for the Spurs.
And you know what? 2 rings minimum, but if they're back to back,
okay, then we're talking about something different.
Yeah, man.
Devin Vassell came back down to earth. He had been on fire for 9 straight games, but last night, 11 points on only 4 of 16 shooting. Jeez, Wemby was 10 for 21. Knocked down 2 3-pointers, had 9 rebounds, 5 assists, again with 26 points. Keldon Johnson had a crap game. This might be Keldon's worst game of the year. 1 for 11, missed 7 of 8 3-pointers, only 3 points, a plus-minus yesterday, a team worse, minus 27.
It just wasn't
he was
his
on
night.
The court.
It just wasn't his night.
And this is right here is basically what happens to young teams. You have the letdown game. You had the high of going into Toronto, the triple-double from Wemby, and then you have the high of high, and then you play a Dallas team, which, don't be wrong, is a good team. Not a great team, it's a good team.
They're a lot better than the Spurs.
They're a lot better than Toronto. But the Spurs came out on fire, man. Guns a-blazing, up 15 points. Last night, Kyrie Irving had 34 points. Luka Doncic, 27.
Dude, Kyrie could not miss, man.
Dude, Kyrie was a hot knife on butter yesterday.
He even shot over Wemby, dude.
He sliced through the lane.
Damn, bro.
And there was a play at the end of the quarter, I think it was the end of the second, where I think the Spurs thought that the Mavericks were going to run the clock out.
Oh, yeah.
and Kyrie just zips towards the basket for a quick little layup.
Well, he should have said some shit talking like Duncan. Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Right, go right past Coach Pop.
You know,
Gotcha.
when Pop was young, in his 60s, he would have benched all 5 players. For
Oh
that.
yeah, he would have been yelling at them.
Yeah, but 75-year-old Pop is content watching VHS videos of Kevin McHale.
Oh, he's probably on the sidelines looking at, information regarding the scouting reports of prospective, players for the draft.
Who gave this last comment right here? Chris Gonzalez. I don't see Wemby overthrowing Timmy David, but he will have a place in history with the Spurs. Every great Spur had their era. Well, it's funny because if Wemby leads this team to a title,
I always forget to do something.
This is like the 4th straight show where you've done that. It's crazy.
It's because I forget to hit the button to when we do the intro.
Yeah.
And I forget to hit the button. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the button up there, the little macro buttons that are in front of you.
Yeah.
So you can hit the button. And that way that won't happen.
No, the way that we hit the button is I call you and I'm like, hey, man, I'm about a minute from your house.
Oh, God.
Start the
clock.
show. Start the show. I'll be there in a
on
minute.
the clock.
But I would argue that if Wemby gets 1 ring, he might actually be up there in the top 3 of all time. I mean, the Spurs have had great players. It's amazing the talent that's gone through the Alamo City, from David Robinson to Tim Duncan to George Gervin.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Hall of Famers, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. The city of San Antonio has a ton of Hall of Famers. Victor Wembanyama, more than likely, at some point will be a Hall of Famer. And the talent that has come through here has been remarkable. Kawhi Leonard. I mean, that's another name. You can't tell the story of the Spurs without Kawhi Leonard and the 2014 finals. He was the MVP. So I'm looking at it right now and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know how he could ever catch up to Tim, but at the same time, he might actually be better than Tim when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's a GOAT. Just means he's better.
Well, I'm going to I reposted this, just retweeted this right now.
Yeah.
San Antonio Spurs have put up a little graphic, right? I believe it was about a day or so ago. And they put up, Victor is the second Spur to score 1,000 plus points in his first 50 games since David Robinson.
Wow.
I mean, the kid is something else, man.
Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, was talking to Pat McAfee yesterday and was saying that he believes that Las Vegas is definitely on the list of cities under consideration for a franchise expansion. I think the NBA does have the room because the NBA has 30 teams, and really most people think that they have 32. They have 30. So you can get to 32. You can just make it four divisions as opposed to the crazy number that they have now. What do they have now? They have I don't even know how many we have now.
Oh, they got quite a few. The Southwest Division now is, they used to be the Western Conference, whatever, but now it's like the Southwest Division. I think is what the Spurs are playing in currently.
Yeah, there's 6 divisions of 5. You can have 4 divisions of 6 or 4 divisions of 8 when it's all said and done. It's funny because I don't even see the Spurs being in a division. That used to be a thing. Remember the Midwest Division title? The
Midwest
Spurs
Division champs.
Yeah. And it used to be a thing. But if you had asked me the question, Michael, you're a diehard Spurs fan. You've been following them forever. Who's in the Spurs division? I would have been like Dallas and Houston, and then 2 other teams.
Yeah,
I would have said Oklahoma City, but it's New Orleans and Memphis.
Chris Bettis is saying, have you all seen Alex Sarr, potentially a lottery pick, also a 7'1" center and French, barely 18 years old, man. Yeah, we're going to be talking about these prospects, man.
The Spurs right now have the potential for 2 draft picks in the NBA draft this year. We have our own.
Toronto.
We have Toronto's as well.
Top 6
protected.
Mm-hmm.
But you see these players right here, and you ask yourself the question, who are they most compared to? Because that's the thing, is that you want to know, okay, how would they fit what we do? Now, Alexander Sarr, he's talking about, the pro comparison, according to BleacherReport.com, is Jaren Jackson Jr. Does that intrigue you? Now, Jaren Jackson is a fringe all-star. I believe he's been an all-star one time before. But is that a name that you would think of and go, you know what? That's the kind of guy that I would want. Let's call up some highlights of this guy. Alex Sarr is 7 foot tall. I've seen a lot of highlights of him, but we're going to post some right here. Let's go ahead and do this real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the things I'm gonna do, since we do want people to subscribe, like, and share to the network, is we play little videos to entice you guys.
Yeah.
So here we go. So make sure you go and give us a like. I mean, it helps the show grow. So if you're watching the show and you're loving it, give us some love, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help the show grow.
Here's some Alex Sarr highlights. This is the guy we're talking about here who could potentially go number 1 overall, or if the Spurs are picking at 2, 3, 4, or 5, maybe get a guy like this. Again, a Jaren Jackson Jr. Type of comparison. If you can show the video on my screen real quick.
There you go.
So let's take a look at this guy here. Is he somebody that we would want on this team? 7 foot tall. I mean, imagine having that twin towers there of a 7'3", 7'4" Wemby with a 7 foot Alex Sarr coming on in. I would not be against it.
Not at all.
I would not be against it. Imagine the defense that you could have with a Wemby, Sarr, and Sohan combo down low.
The Spurs could do something revolutionary. Reintroduce the era of the big man.
Yeah.
Because everything's gotten small now.
It has.
Small ball. Yeah.
James Molina says JJJ or a Mobley type of game changer. I like Mobley.
Coutinho Mobley?
No. Mobley from the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, okay.
So, no, that's kind of interesting. The Spurs right now, again. Hey, Jonathan C's on our chat line right now saying we should package our pick. Jonathan C, before we get to your comments, you owe me an old fashioned, my man, because the over under was set at 25, and our guy Victor Wembanyama got me 26, my man. But Sarr, interesting guy. Nikola Topic is another player that a lot of people are excited about. Nikola Topic, by the way, is actually compared to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He plays for Serbia in a Serbian league, but when you watch him play, everyone just talks about his athleticism, about his basketball IQ, and I don't know what's going on with your computer today, my man.
I don't know what's going on. What's happening with it?
Kind of crazy. But Nikola Topic is also considered to be a big candidate, and we'll just take this off until it appears. An SGA kind of guy. You've got. Oh, here we go. Let's take a look at this guy.
All right. Let me put it back on the screen.
Let's take a look at this
There
guy.
we go.
He has 16 points per game, shooting not the best 3-point shooter, but then again, that hasn't stopped the Spurs in the past. But this guy is a true point guard. True point guard from Serbia. 6'6". Doesn't look 6'6" on the screen, but is a 6'6" guy. I would think that if the Spurs are picking at number 4 or 5 and Topic is out there, this is probably the guy that you get. I wouldn't get him number 1 overall, though. But it is a true point guard.
And they were saying about, he was saying he can shoot threes too. I think he was talking about Sarr.
Spurs got to do something, man. The Spurs have got to do something.
Honestly, what the Spurs can do to make the team better, just surround Wemby with people who can actually shoot the fucking ball, bro. The Spurs players that they have right now, they're incapable of hitting that three, hitting that jump shot consistently. Even the players that they've paid a lot for example, Devin Vassell, he has decent nights, but he has a lot of inconsistency to his game, even though he's gotten a lot better now as of late.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of work that needs to be done.
Chris Bettis says, Topic is a good point guard too. Chris Bettis, I'm sorry, next person who says, I'd rather trade, Noah Bettis rather, says, I would rather trade for Trae Young. He's a proven vet who's also a bucket.
Hey, I
wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind that too, but that's going to give up 4 draft picks.
Buy Sheldon.
And buy Sheldon, buy Vassell, but you know what? You got to do that. Another big name on the draft is Zachary Risarche. This guy is shooting lights out from 3, like a 40% clip. He's a 6'6", 3. You know what? I think in a perfect world, the Spurs do get a Sarr or a Risarche. I think that's the perfect world because you get the 3. You get a bona fide scorer to go alongside Wemby, right? Because imagine if they don't do anything, right? But you have the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5 on lockdown.
Yeah.
At that point, you have to figure out what you're going to do at point guard. Is it going to be Trae Jones? You're going to bring in a veteran. But that's not a bad roster right there.
Christopher Leha says the Spurs should call Chip and make him a Godfather offer. Chip England.
Yeah. Come
He
on back,
gone.
baby.
He gone.
Come on back.
And look, this he leaves, right? The Spurs, they hire somebody else, but nobody's gonna be able to take Chip's place. And look at what the team is right now, man. They're just abysmal from beyond the arc. They can't shoot a three. They can't shoot even a regular jumper to save their damn lives. They start out of the gate hot, and then they go cold as ice, dude.
Yeah.
The last 3 quarters. Bad, man.
So other players that are interesting right now for the Spurs, if they do have that second pick, say from Toronto, that's top 6 protected. A lot of people love Cody Williams out of Colorado or Rob Dillingham out of Kentucky. Those 2 guys, I want the Spurs to get one of these 2 guys. Like, I don't want them to get them at number 1 or 2, but they got to get these 2 guys because these guys have a skill set that is, they make buckets. They have incredible true shooting percentages. They knock down threes at incredibly high clips. I mean, we're talking 40, 45% accuracy from 3. They are buckets. They look, and they're combo guards. They're not a point guard. They're not a shooting guard. They're just a small guy on the court.
They're capable of making their own shot.
They could go off the dribble. They can create a shot. They can knock down threes. They're just a walking, talking bucket. Rob Dillingham, Cody Williams, just give them the ball and get out the fucking way. And you put one guy like this that develops next to Victor Wembanyama, holy crap. This might actually be, you might not need a Trae Young if you get one of these guys. You might not need it, because if you get one of these guys, one of these guys might actually become Trae Young.
Man, I keep hearing people singing the praises too of Trey Jones. You know, I'm just like, he's a decent enough point guard, but he's not that star quality guard that's really going to take you to that next level. He's distributing the ball. Yes, he can hit some shots here and there, but he's not that star player.
He ain't sexy, dude.
He ain't it, dude.
And he's a good player. He'll have a long career, but he ain't it. He ain't it for a playoff run. You're never going to have a playoff team that's going to be run by Trey Jones.
This is as good as it's going to get with Trey in there.
Yeah,
man.
we've already seen what he's got.
Yeah,
and what he's got is mid, and it's not bad. It's good enough to have a long career, but it's mid.
Yeah,
my goodness. People are. Jacob Eric reaches out and says, "Our shooting coach does not exist." And then he uses your phrase,
"Booty crumbs." Hey, man, we need to go ahead and do something with that booty crumbs, man.
No, man, I hate that phrase.
It's booty crumbs.
I hate that phrase, dude. That phrase is disgusting.
You know what? My people like it, man.
I'm your people.
No,
and you're my people.
No. You ain't my people, bro.
How am I not your people?
You're not puro, dude. You're not raza.
Describe puro,
bro. When we're thinking about raza, man, and hanging out with the people and hanging out with the gente and being puro, bro. You turned in your Mexican card long time ago, Mike.
let me show you how puro I am. Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs, Ken's 5. As I mentioned, I'm on his podcast today talking about Victor Wembanyama. But look at me, dude. He posted this photo of me yesterday.
Bro. No mames, Mike.
I had to cover up the holes that my dog were digging.
Oh, my
What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Okay, first of all, every once in a while I had the Bluetooth on, so I'm talking to him and we're wrapping up the show. And as we're wrapping up the show, he said he sees me walking outside, and then he sees me shoveling or raking dirt and rocks back into the holes so that my dogs don't get out. And he goes, "Dude, just quit moving real fast so I can take a photo."
I'm like, Mike, bro, we were making fun of you because they're like, Mike ain't gonna be doing no yard work. You hire people for that. You're an indoor dog.
I do yard work all the time. I love yard work.
You're an indoor dog.
I love yard work. I didn't like it growing up. You know, when my dad would ask me to mow the yard, I hated it. But my own house, I love going out there mowing the yard. Then yesterday I have that step weed pull thing, you know, where you get the weed out by stepping down and it clamps it out, pulls it out.
They're asking you a question. What's the name of that garden tool?
It's called the hoe, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
It's called the hoe.
That's what they wanted you to say.
We got some hoes in
You look
house.
at Matt Lerma, man. That's my dog right there. You can't hate Fiesta and love the rodeo and be puro at the same time.
Dude, the rodeo is awesome. And I'm probably going to go to Fiesta this year because I have nothing better to do.
You were just hating on Fiesta, man. And now you're gonna.
I'll go.
I'll go, man.
Hey, let's do some entertainment. Let's get that
the jingle going.
The jingle going.
All right. Oh, wrong one.
Well, we have a breaking news one.
No, there we go. Yeah, we have a breaking news one.
It's funny, we were talking about this yesterday in entertainment news about how Sean Evans, the host of Hot Ones, on Peacock, on YouTube, all over TikTok, how he was dating a porn star. And we're like, how did this nerdy journalist get a porn star? And apparently a popular one too, though I'd never heard of her name before. And we were talking about this because during the Super Bowl week, they were in Vegas. And obviously they were in Vegas together because she was posting things on her Instagram account about them, at this restaurant, at this garden. Pics of them kissing, for crying out loud. You know that they were a couple. They were at the game together, sitting together, obviously holding hands and things like that. And it turns out that it got too hot for the guy from Hot Ones, because according to TMZ, on Valentine's Day, Sean Evans and porn star Melissa Stratton broke up less than 24 hours after TMZ reported their relationship.
Hey, man,
and that this made headlines.
I'm interested in that red hot lingerie ladies. Guess who?
Do you want me to click on that?
Oh, man, I don't know, Mike.
We're gonna click on
I don't
this.
know, Mike.
Not safe for work.
Squirrel.
Who's this? I still don't know who that is.
I don't know.
And none of these women are attractive.
Oh, my God.
No.
Jeff, come get your boy, man.
No.
Jeff Garcia, come get your boy.
No, none of these do it for me. Sorry. These are all just skinny chicks. No.
They built for speed.
No, these are just skinny chicks. I don't know why you made me click on this, but I did.
Hey, I was just saying Squirrel was right there, bro.
The squirrel was right there. But what are your thoughts on this guy just dumping her, on Valentine's Day? Of all days, Valentine's Day. It was a business decision. And Garrett coming at us from the Netherlands saying he'll come for that porn star. Jacob reaches out and says he had himself a hot one, all right.
Yeah. Man, I wonder why he broke up with her, though.
It's bad for business, man.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what your heart wanted.
No,
bro.
It's bad for business.
I'm just saying that's what he wanted, but he decided he wanted to make money more.
Yeah.
So,
because again, Hot Ones is sponsored. So when you go on YouTube and follow Hot Ones, they say we're sponsored by this brand of hot wings. We're sponsored by this company and this company and this company, and they don't want to do business with somebody who's having relations with a porn star. In fact, I bet you he's already lost sponsors. I bet you his career has probably gone down the toilet a little bit since. And now let me ask you this: how many celebrities want to be on his show now? It was a bad decision to go out with her. I'm not saying that she wasn't attractive, and we can all say this whole world exists, fantasy world of maybe they were in love, maybe all of that doesn't exist.
I'm just saying he made his choice, man.
He
made his choice.
He made his bed, he got laid in that bed, and now he has to deal with the consequences of that. I found it interesting that he is no longer dating her just 24 hours after it was revealed that he was dating her.
Yeah, but she probably had a little crazy in her, but them crazy ones do bad things.
Oh, no. Have you ever seen the crazy hot matrix? Have you ever seen that?
No.
It basically says that if you, on a scale of 1 through 10, you want to date a girl who's just as hot as she is crazy. So she's a 7 crazy and a 5 hot. That's just not a good combination. But if she's 5 crazy and a 7 hot,
and if she has an A in her name,
yes, if her name is Amanda,
yeah, bro, you out. She's gonna kill you in your sleep, man.
What are we streaming these days, my man?
I don't know, man. What are we streaming these days?
Well, I was watching the fact that my sister is talking to me about how she's been getting into the TV show Young Sheldon, which is on now on Netflix. It's also on Max, what used to be HBO Max. They announced this past week that Young Sheldon's coming to a close.
Yeah, it was the last season.
The next one is now the last season. It's going to be season 7. And the reason why they're getting off the show is because the canon of Big Bang Theory comes to an end, because Sheldon Cooper in Big Bang Theory tells stories up until age 14. Like, he's been telling stories throughout the entire 12, 13-year season of that show, Big Bang Theory. He would tell stories about him growing up.
Yeah.
And it ends around 14 or 15, and it ends with the fact that he goes to Germany, and he goes to college over there as a 14-year-old. And then once he comes home and graduates from college, he then goes to California, and he lives the rest of his teenage years in Pasadena, California, where he then befriends Raj and Stewart and all the, Leonard and all those guys from Big Bang Theory. So it has to come to an end because the storyline is done. But for those of you who are fans of young Sheldon, I've been asking for this. I've had conversations with family members about this. My future ex-wife, we're having conversations about this. There needed to be a spinoff of young Sheldon, and there is. There's going to be a new show coming out. Who is Sheldon's big brother?
Yeah.
And later on in Big Bang Theory, Jerry O'Connell played him in Big Bang Theory. That is the show I want to watch. That's the show that I want to watch, is about Georgie.
I'll tell you what, man. There was a show that Jeff Garcia shared earlier today on Twitter.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it, man. There was a new streaming animated series that's going to be coming out. And this is for all the OGs back in the day, man. Like myself, we used to watch a show back in the 90s, man. And it was called X-Men. It was the X-Men animated series. And apparently it's making a resurgence. And Jeff Garcia was kind enough to go ahead and share the video earlier today, which I'll go ahead and share on screen right now. And there's a trailer of the new series that's going to be making its debut. I believe they said in March somewhere. So shout out to you, Jeff, giving us a little bit of a nugget, so to speak, a throwback, or a continuation of the series moving forward to now. It's going to be called X-Men 1997. So that's just for my fellow nerds out there, man. This looks like it's gonna be a good show. I'm excited. I'm here for it.
Well, one of the movies that's going to be one of the biggest movies of last year is going to be available for streaming tomorrow, which is Oppenheimer. So if you have Peacock, it's going to be available tomorrow on the Peacock streaming service. Oppenheimer, nominated for so many Grammys. The movie Barbie was on Max already, by the way. Oppenheimer is a movie I've yet to see, and I want to see. And here's the thing. I don't know anything about it, and I don't want anybody telling me about it on the chat line or anything like that. I have no idea what Oppenheimer is about.
Really,
I know
man?
It's a big deal. I think it has something to do with like a bomb or something like that. That's kind of what I heard a long time ago. But it's gonna come out on Peacock tomorrow. I'll watch it.
You don't even know what the synopsis is or nothing?
No, I have no idea.
Well, you'll find out when you watch the series or the show, should I say? But just so you know, it's kind of a lengthy movie. I think it might have like a 3-hour plus runtime or something.
Okay. Well, if it's good, if it's a 3-hour long movie that feels like an hour and a half, I'm okay with.
Hey, they got some nudity in that.
Okay.
And they got a
don't
hot
tell
girl.
me. Don't tell me
Hey,
more.
that's all I'm saying.
Don't tell me more.
That's all I'm saying. I said they got some nudity and they got a hot woman in there. So
new story coming out just right now on ABC News saying that the Kansas City Chiefs parade mass shooting did in fact stem from a dispute between people in the crowd, and it involved juveniles. One person killed, 30 hurt, 9 of them kids.
damn, man, that's bad, dude.
The victims range from ages 8 to 47. Half of the victims are under the age of 16.
Yeah, that's sad, man.
And right now, of all the victims, 8 are critically hurt, 7 seriously hurt, and one hospital that has 12 patients has yet to announce how they're doing.
So sad day, man. Everybody out there enjoying the parade, and then some nonsense like this takes place, man. Something's got to change so we can prevent tragedies like this from continuously happening. And you know what? It only happens here in America for the most part. You look at other nations and they don't have this issue. It's prominently here in America, man.
It's only in America.
School shootings, mass shootings,
and it's funny because people will come out and say, well, it's not funny. It's just people say, well, it's because of social media. Dude, social media is everywhere. And there are other countries that have a lot of weaponry. Canada, dude, there's so many guns in Canada, for crying out loud. They don't have this issue. It's an American self-inflicted wound.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And again, far left, far right. Far left is stupid in their thinking. Far right is stupid in their thinking. The answer is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
The answer is somewhere in the middle.
There's got to change. There has to be a change some way, somehow, man. And Matt Lerma, he was saying, how do you not know Mike failed history class? Because they were talking about you and you're oblivious to what's going on in Oppenheimer.
Well, my degree is political science, so I don't know what to say. TMZ released audio of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift hugging at the 20-yard line after the Super Bowl victory. And what she said, he hugged her, said, "Thank you for being here. How do you not have jet lag?" And her response was classic. She goes, something like, "Jet lag is a state of mind.
No,
I don't believe in jet lag." Dude, she crazy. Do you think Taylor Swift is good in bed?
Oh man, I don't know, dude.
I would think she is.
Being that hot,
I bet you she is. I have no information, but Travis Kelce seems to be a happy guy, dude. I bet you she's a freak. I bet you she is. This is going to be that little clip that you put on
oh man,
Twitter. It's going to get me banned.
Demon Mike. Here we go.
All I'm saying, she's leggy. She's leggy. She's got stamina.
Yeah, we'll have to have a new segment on the show called Demon Time with Demon Mike.
Matt Lerma says not as good as Ice Spice. Let me ask that question: is Ice Spice attractive?
I believe she is to some people. To me,
I mean, Ice Spice is. I mean, she's all right, I guess. Is she in the tournament of 64? No, she's not.
Oh my god.
No, I'm gonna say a big no to Ice Spice. I'm looking at photos of her right now.
James Molina, white girls be crazy. And he was saying, I guess you were talking about Ice Spice. He goes, Ice Spice is cute.
You ever go to right across the street from the Alamo? They have those T-shirt stands. Like the stands that say like, I want a guy with a dad bod. I'm looking for single moms.
Yeah.
There's one that says big girls do more.
Hey, they're not lying, man. They're not lying. Hey, look at this one, Swiss. Mike, if she asked you for a date, would you pay for dinner?
Who, Taylor Swift?
Ice Spice.
Yes. Oh, Ice Spice I don't find attractive at all. I mean that hair is crazy.
Man, look at Matt Lermer. You all weird to say Taylor better than Ice Spice, bro.
I mean,
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with Ice Spice. She just ain't my cup of tea, man. She cute though.
I mean, she looks like a pencil eraser, dude. I mean,
nah, bro, come on. Man.
I mean, what color orange is that hair?
It don't matter, dude. The girl's still cute, man. Just not my cup of tea.
No, I've seen a lot of people get all like amped up about her. I don't see it. I'm looking at like 100 photos here. I don't see one photo where I look at her and I go, no, none of it. Oh wait, she turns around. Okay, I see it. So she's good she's good when she walks away. She got a badonkadonk. I gotcha.
Oh,
now
Mike,
we know,
man.
Now we know.
Demon Mike. Demon Time with Demon Mike.
Dude, I am wanting to think about Fiesta. It's still in my head.
You want the chicken on a stick? Is that what you're craving?
The turkey leg. Remember when my son Elias Jesus was saying that he wanted me to buy him a turkey leg at the rodeo?
It's like $30 bucks.
$23.
Yeah. It's expensive now.
I bought 2 jumbo corn dogs for $24.
You know what really goes a long way? And this is just
the tower of fries.
No, the rodeo hack is the onion blossom.
Yeah.
Bro, you could eat that sucker the whole time you're there. And you'd be like, at the end, you'd be like, I can't finish it, man. I could throw it away.
Gets all soggy.
Yeah, man. But if you have a group of people, you can easily dispatch that. Everybody gets to eat off of that thing. It goes a long way. It pairs great with the beer.
I found the full bar at the rodeo.
Oh, yeah. They got the full bar.
Well, no, none of the vendors had alcohol.
Yeah, no.
They had beer and they had wineritas.
Yeah.
But there's this one place near the AT&T Center, Frost Bank Center.
Yeah.
Where it's elevated up in the air. It's inside like this ballroom type, not a ballroom, but it's like this concert area, this venue there.
Yeah.
And if you go there, there's scaffolding that goes up to the second floor and stairs that go up to the second floor. And it's in the middle of the room. Up there, they actually have a full bar.
You can get a drink. Yeah.
But you can't take it out.
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
You had to drink it upstairs. You couldn't come out with it.
Yeah, they don't want you to come outside and show everybody else what's going on, because you know what's going to happen? It's going to deter from the other vendors there making their coin by selling the beer and the wineritas, and they're like, where'd you get that drink from?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have a response here from Garrett out in the Netherlands saying, check out Dutch speed skater Jutta Leerdam.
Jutta Leerdman.
Okay, we got some photos of her. She's in the tournament.
She got a big booty.
She's in the tournament.
Booty.
Let's look at these photos here. Let's see here.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if she's as hot as that girl from LSU.
Oh, man, she hotter than that girl, bro. Come on.
They're pretty close.
She cute.
Ain't bad. Apparently, she's Jake Paul's girlfriend.
No, instantly, I don't like her no more. Mike, will you buy? Mike, will you buy for your son Elias food for Fiesta?
Dude, it's funny because I work in finance, right? So I deal with people's investments and retirement accounts and things like that. And I have some clients who call me and say, Michael, I need to take money out of my IRA for the year. And I'm like, oh, you going on vacation? No, I'm going to Fiesta. And they'll take out $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to enjoy Fiesta.
That's a lot of money just for Fiesta, bro.
How much money should I take to Vegas next month? I'm going March 20th.
You need how many days are you going to be there?
3 days, 3 full days, 3 full days, 3 full nights.
Take more than 5 G's, bro.
Gotta take about 5.
You're gonna. I mean, the amount of money that you spend in Vegas over a 3-day span, and you think about doing a little bit of gambling. You want to have fun. You're gonna do some, some night on the town. Of course, go out there, walk up and down the strip, see where the night takes you.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you go to a couple of bars, couple casinos, $1,000 goes out the door extremely fast.
Unless I hit my bets, baby.
Unless you hit your bets.
Unless I hit my parlays.
And then, if you're drunk and you're feeling good, I want to watch a show. You get Necio, and then you're dropping money on tickets, bro.
And then we end up at a club that's named after an animal, like the rhino or cheetahs.
You waking up in the VIP room of a strip club, Demon Mike.
I came up with 2 tall tales yesterday, but I'll talk to them about them later on. Later on next week.
Look at Matt Lerman. It says, check Twitter DMs, Mike.
All right, let's see here. Is it something worth looking at here?
We'll see. Let's see what Matt Lerma sent you, man.
Oh, Matt Lerma is
we gotta start talking about what are you gonna do for Fiesta? What events are you gonna go see at Fiesta?
I've been invited to Necio.
And you do Necio, okay?
And they, dude, I'm not gonna do Taste of Northside.
Why not? You'll be out there with Jefe.
$300.
Hey, that's Jefe style, dude. You know Jeff's gonna be there for that, man.
Yeah, don't be wrong. I like doing nice things, but
eating some nice food. You're drinking some nice wine. Maybe a pour here and there.
$300, dude. That's
hey, man. That's how much money you spend on a night at Fiesta, just with you and your lady or a date,
then
taking them out.
Then I'm not going, dude.
I mean, it's expensive.
$300 for a chicken on a stick and bad feet.
Chicken on a stick is not cheap.
Using a porta potty.
Chicken on a stick is like $15.
Give me, without saying it's our culture, give me reasons why I should go to Fiesta. Good reasons why.
You hang out with the people, hang out with your families, man.
I can hang out with my friends and family at my house.
I always run into everybody, my cousins that I haven't seen in a while, family I haven't seen in a while at Fiesta all the time. Friends from high school that I graduated with, people that I knew, maybe, they moved away, they came back, they're at Fiesta. I see them there, man. It's like the melting pot. Everybody comes together at Fiesta, man. Come on, Mike.
So Matt Lambert wants me to go on my DMs. The only thing I see on here is a recording of his what is it called? His Twitter space. That's it. Talking about the Spurs game yesterday. Saying the water is fine. Come on in. Oh, there you go. Fiesta just doesn't do it for me, dude. It just doesn't do it for me. I'm going to go to an event simply because I'm going to be tricked into it, but that's basically about it.
Jonathan C. Fiesta's ass. With that being said, I will be down there. Hey, Chris Bettis says Fiesta is dumb expensive. Not going to lie. It is expensive, man. It is.
I've never come back from Fiesta and thought to myself, Man, I'm glad I went. I usually come back with,
Damn.
I spent way too much money, or my feet hurt.
Going to the night parade. I like going to the night parade with the family, man. I like chilling, just watching everything that's going on.
Parade's fine. Getting there and leaving there, nightmare.
It's not that bad, bro. You just walk.
There's 300,000 people there.
You just walk. It's not that bad, bro.
Nah, dude, you're not really getting me on this. Now, I know that I've always wanted to go to Mardi Gras, but at least Mardi Gras has things to do for adults. You've got Bourbon Street, you've got Frenchman Street, you got all of those areas. You know, you got the French Quarter and all that stuff. That's cool.
And Fiesta doesn't.
No, Fiesta has a fucking liquor store at the end of the street.
Nah, bro. Yeah,
it's got $15 beer.
If you know, you know, man. Oh, look, Matt says that's Joe's account. I think you're looking at my account.
Oh, am I?
On Twitter, bro.
Oh, shoot.
You got to log out of my account and log into your account.
All right, let's do that. Let's do that here.
Go holler at some ladies there, my guy. It's not too hot.
Oh, he sent me a photo of Taylor Swift's ass compared to Ice
Spice
ass.
What is it?
Choose your fighter.
Choose your fighter, man.
Yeah, but then we'd have to look at Ice Spice's face, and her face ain't it, dude. Bro. Taylor's got a prettier face than Ice Spice. Ice Spice has a nicer ass. Taylor has better legs.
You just prefer tall.
I don't.
Fit white ladies, man.
I don't. But Taylor's just cuter. Telling you, baby. It's her legs.
I don't think you could handle Ice Spice anyway. She'd be too much for you, man.
Nah, she probably stinks.
Oh, bro, man.
Tim Grich is out and says, take your son Elias to the parade at night. He can sit on my lap. That's my son. That's what kids do,
I swear to God, Mike, you make everything so fucking weird, bro. You always make shit weird, man.
So one time I was in New Orleans, and I was there for a wedding, right? And I go to Bourbon Street, and I got drunk off my ass, and I dropped my phone in the toilet.
And you probably fished it out.
I fished it out,
gross, bro.
Washed it down. That thing did not work for days. You put it in the rice, nothing was happening. I plugged it in, dude. I swear, 2 days later, I'm in the middle of the night. The thing starts coming alive. You hear it going, rrr, rrr, rrr. It's like an engine trying to turn over. And all of a sudden, the thing just lights up, man. And my phone came back to life, and I disinfected it and all that.
That's
crap.
Freaking nasty. That would have just been in the trash.
James asking the question, who will be the new Fiesta Sucia?
I don't know. Our Fiesta Sucia. I guess she's gone into retirement.
Matt Larima asking, name one Latina that I think is hotter than Taylor Swift. Well, I mean, Ana de Armas.
Name one Latina and one black girl that you think is hotter than Taylor Swift.
Well, I mean, shit. Where do I start? I mean, every R&B singer known to man right now,
bro. Dimitra Olibor. That's like my Twitter crush right there, dude. That girl, hot, bro.
She big.
She's fine. Bro.
I've seen her in person.
She's fine.
Her proportions are not natural.
I don't give a damn, bro.
That's an Amazon lady. That's an Amazon woman.
Dimitra Olibor.
Yeah, I've been as far as you are from her. Is as far as I've been.
She look like, bro?
She looks.
I don't know if you know. I don't know if we're talking about the same.
No, she's the weather girl or the traffic girl in Dallas.
She used to be. She's not anymore.
No, she has a very pretty face. Ask a question about African American women. Same dimensions. Like I think Joy Taylor is better looking than Demetria.
No, man, Demetria, she's fine, bro.
And you know me, I love me some Felicia Combs. You know. Oh, I still love me some Halle Berry.
There, my girl, right there.
Let me see her.
She cute, bro. I'm telling you, man. Mike, you be sleeping on some of these girls, man. What's wrong with her, man?
Okay, that's all tight in, man. That's all corset and everything, dude. I've seen her in person. I've been 5-10 feet away from her. She's a big girl, dude. And she's like 9 feet tall.
9 feet tall. She cute, bro. Bro,
I think Joy Taylor's hotter.
No, I take Demetria all day.
I think
all day, every day.
I think Felicia Combs is hotter.
No,
Hey, look up, look up. This is what I've been following on TikTok. Look up on Instagram, the Chevy girls. Have you seen that?
No, man.
Remember back in the day, we used to have these infomercials that were from Red McCombs, and they had all the strippers from All Stars that would show up, and it would come out on Spanish TV like at 10 in the morning on a Saturday. I'm looking for cartoons.
Oh, I remember that. I remember
Dude,
that.
the Chevy girls from California. Megan Thee Stallion, by the way, hand of a fist. Now that's a hot looking girl. Dude, I think Nicki Minaj is hot. I think Rihanna's hot.
She got that Megan Thee Stallion build. Yeah, she does.
That reporter from Arizona is hot. I know what you're talking. I know what you're talking about. That girl from that Tucson TV station.
Hey, man, we showed some girls from the weather station over at Univision or Telemundo, dude. I'm like, damn.
Okay, so I'll show you one that I think is hot. Monica Garcia from Tucson.
We'll find out.
News anchor over there.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, she cute. Oh, yeah, she cute. And she's from Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were watching the wrong weather channel, man.
I'm gonna look up one last one. I'm gonna look up the Chevy girls.
No, I don't even know if they have them anymore, dude. Like they'll show them. Those are from like way back when. Wasn't that like the early 2000s, something like that?
It's these girls that do these commercials for the Chevys in California, out in LA.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're funny TikToks, and they're smoking hot. I like these girls, dude. Little Mexican chicks from LA. Good times, good times. Demon Mike in effect today. But tomorrow is Friday. What are we gonna talk about tomorrow, man? There's no Spurs.
We know
NBA All-Star Weekend.
NBA All-Star Weekend, but we also got to do our retro movie review with you. So you got to watch at least one episode of Knight Rider or something, man. You got to give us something.
Fine.
I told you, if you want to see Heather Thomas in her younger years, you got to check out Zapped.
Dude, I can't find it anywhere, man.
I showed you where to go, man.
It doesn't sound exciting. My friend Sean was telling me about Zap the other day also. It's kind of weird how you both talked about it. It just the idea of it just doesn't do it for
It's
me.
Necio shit, dude. You'll like it. It's right up your alley, bro. I'm telling you.
Sith Elias reaches out and says, "Hey, Pops, heard someone mentioned me."
Because you were saying you were going to take him to Fiesta.
Jonathan C asking the question, can we have a gambling segment? That'd be dope. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
What type of gambling are you talking about?
We got to do like some NBA gambling.
Oh, that's exactly what I was talking to Brandon about. So he's going to actually wind up doing that. We're going to actually start talking about betting, things of that nature, when it comes to not only, he was already talking about fantasy football, but beyond fantasy football, we're going to be talking about boxing, MMA bets. We're going to be talking about NBA basketball, a lot of stuff that's, outside of just fantasy football. So yeah, Brandon's gonna be recording some stuff hopefully for next week.
And you got a guy who's kind of a college basketball.
Oh yeah, my boy
guy.
Ben. I'm gonna reach out to you today, Ben.
Want to bring my friend Richard out here as well, man. He lives and dies by college basketball. Yeah. So we'll get into that. But everyone have a great Thursday. We'll be talking more sports, pop culture, nostalgia. If you have any more recommendations of what we can talk about, feel free to DM us or leave us some messages as well. Like and subscribe on the way out. Appreciate it. You can also buy us a coffee as well if you'd like. My name is Mike Jimenez. That's Joe Garcia.
Hey, before we leave, guys, make sure that you go and check out Sweep the League. They're going to be starting their show today at 2 p.m.
Yes.
Go out and support our boys, Rudy Campos Jr., Coach Gio, Derek Gerving, Rocky Garza Jr., should I say, as they do Sweep the League. Show them some love. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And join them in on the chat, man. Like, interact with them. Bunch of good guys over there. Show starts at 2 p.m. You can watch it here on the Alamo City Podcast Network. So check it out.
Let's do it. All right, man. Everyone have a great Thursday.